Hello and welcome to another channel on Giles Life of Cars, and this time it's going to be featuring my other car, my daily cars I call it. Yeah, hope you like this review of it and enjoy it. So I'll get on with it now, so let's go. Right, so as you can see, this is a 2018 Hyundai i20. It's, as I said, my daily main car that I use getting to and from work, commuting, popping to the shops and back, and it's on the road all year round. So it's basically, I've drive this one more than I drive my Focus that featured in my previous video. So yep, gets more usage, more mileage, and it's generally a really nice car. Like, it's nice to drive. It's not as, please excuse the noise, we are on a main road, so just give it a minute. Right, so yeah, it does get more mileage and more usage out of it. So yeah, and I don't spend as much on this as I do my Focus, so there will be like scratches, more scratches and bumps here, like down here. If you can see it on camera, that's probably worst of the lot. So yeah, but it's not as nice to drive as me, or as fun to drive, I should clarify, as me Focus, but it is a really nice little car, like for if you need something just for use every day and everything. And it's in the class below my Focus. It's a bit smaller, even though it is not far off the Focus size, to be fair. So, but yeah, I think Hyundai have done a really good job with when they designed this car. It just like looks really nice, modern, and I wouldn't say cute, but it's definitely has a bit of design character to it. So I do really like it and everything. So but yeah, and I would say this i20 isn't as common as its other main rivals in its class, including the Fiesta, the Polo, and the Fabia, and probably I'd class the Peugeot 208. They're definitely sold more than this, but you still see them around in various colours and guises, and you tend to see them more on pre-facelifts, which had a different, the number plate on the back were in the bumper rather than on the boot tailgate. So but you don't tend to see as many as the facelift like this one. So yeah, this could, and again, as you notice, it is another blue car I have. I've only seemed to own silver or blue cars, like as a bit of a weird fact. So yeah, but this one, the colour on this is called Champion Blue. So, but it's a really nice blue. It's lighter than my Focus one, but it's still like a dark royal blue rather than dark navy blue, I'd say. So but yeah, this is a i20 1.2 litre SE. It's kind of like the mid-spec in the range, so it's got, I think, more extra features like alloy wheels, front fog lamps, just on the outside it's body coloured, like door handles, things like that. So yeah, just that, yeah, that's the main thing that's got on the outside. And over the basic spec, I think it's called the S Connect. I think the top of the range ones are like SE Nav and Premium Nav. They have things like sat nav on top of like what's on the inside, and as well as chrome on the door handles, and I think on the boot lid, but I might be wrong on that. So yeah, see, it's generally that I try to keep, again, I do try to look after this as best I can along in Focus, but it doesn't get as much money spent on it as compared with my Focus. So yeah, it is a really nice car. So I'll take you to have a look in the engine bay. So just be a moment. Unlike the Focus, which has the unlocking catch in the badge, this one has a more traditional cable that you have to pull. So right, do excuse me a moment, this be a minute, trying to find the catch. Right, oh yeah, I've got an assistant here today, like special guest, like Josh from the Moaning Yorkshireman. Say hello.
Are you alright?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, so he's kind of just assisted me there. So, but yeah, this is the 1.2 litre engine. It's the non-turbo engine. I know they had a 1 litre turbo, kind of similar to Ford's Eco Boom, as they call it, but this is more similar to the Sigma. It's just a 1.2 litre, 80 horsepower. Yeah, but one thing about this is like the battery it's got on it. It's almost big as the engine block. If you can see that, it's nearly as big. So it's a very surprisingly big battery for such a small car, and as you can see, it is quite a large engine bay, and access is really quite good. It's just looks a little, kind of a little lost in there, like with how much space there is, especially compared with some of the other cars I've had. I used to have a Fiat Coupe Turbo, and the engine in that literally took up everything in the engine bay. There was no space whatsoever. That made it difficult for any work to be done. Not so much with this, as you can see, but it's basically really like a simple engine bay in comparison, like those with the 1 litre turbos. They just look more complicated a lot than these kind of old style engines. So it's just the windscreen washer, the coolant's down there. I know this car does have cruise control, but I'm not sure where the module is. It might be at the back, but as I say, I might be wrong. Fuse buckets over there, and obviously the air filter. So yeah, as I said, this is the 1.2 litre. Not sure what the engine is called, but yeah, it is a really nice motor just for getting me from A to B. So it's not as punchy as the 1.6 in my Focus, but as I said, it's just for getting me around, and can't really complain about it. So yeah, that's the engine bay. Just get this down. Right. Not quite. Here we are. Thank you again, Josh. Here he is. Yeah, he's getting out of the way. So right, we'll take you on the inside now. So just getting in. Right, so you can see this is the inside of my Hyundai. So it's a bit more modern and technical than comparing with Focus. You see, it's got a modern touch screen. It's like more. It's got digital and analog here dials. So I'll just get that on. Josh is taking over camera work. Start the engine so you can see what's on screen. So yeah, the touch screen's there. That's got all your radio and audio. Like I've got my Walkman in, that's got my music on. I won't play it so I don't get copyrighted. My phone's connected, so it's got phone connectivity, just usual settings that you have, keyboard settings and everything. So well, I've not changed a lot of this. There's only been occasionally you can even select a screensaver here. I've not got any on, so but yeah, it's compared with Focus, this is obviously more modern and more technical. Yeah, the Focus is more old-fashioned, which I like, but I'd also like this just for me everyday use. So it hasn't got sat-nav though. That comes on more expensive models, but this still does the job that I need it to. One thing it does have that I agree should have is the knobs and buttons for the heating and air conditioning, I should say. So it's just with a lot of more modern cars, they replace these with buttons and touch sensitive buttons on the steering wheel. I know I've driven a Mark 8 Volkswagen Golf that had this feature, and it was absolutely crap. Just like if you're driving along and you need to adjust the heating or air conditioning or fans or anything, you have to like take your eyes off the road and just touch some. It's more complicated. It makes really distracting compared with this simple knob setup where you can just touch it without only glance. It's less distracting. So I'm glad Hyundai have done that, and they've seen sense compared with Volkswagen and other car makers. So one thing that this does have is cruise control. This is the first car I've ever had with cruise control. So you just like press this button at the top. It's like the speedo with i20 on it, and then you press the button down to set the speed once you're at the speed you want it to control at. So it's a really simple system to operate, and it's just basically, it's not adaptive, it's just one that just controls your speed without you having to put your foot down on the accelerator. So it's more for the motorways, obviously. I say that's the first car I've ever had with cruise control, and it's a really nice feature. So it's got phone connectivity, like you can answer phones on it, and all these buttons here that answer and end. But I've not used it, as I don't tend to use or call whilst I'm driving. So on the trip computer here, obviously it's got the digital like speed. It's saying the door's open at the moment, so let's just shut that. Yeah, speed, the average fuel excuse me, average fuel consumption, and just like what you've done on the journey. So, and just safety features like the lane departure warning and front collision assist stuff, something like that. Might be wrong, driver attention. A lot of these I've got switched off as I don't like to be distracted. So, and just various settings for like doors, the lights and things like that, service intervals, change the language. Don't dare change it from English, I might not be able to get it back. So yeah, so go along here. It's just a fairly simple dashboard, really. Like, you've got your usual air vents and air vents towards the windscreen. Yep, and it does have it also has traction control in a 1.2 litre Hyundai. Yeah, that's a bit weird. Excuse me again. In that you wouldn't thought that this kind of car would need it, but it's got it. And yeah, it's got the headlight adjustment switch there, so usual on the brightness as well, like you can change on the dashboard. Electric windows all round as well. Like, again, this is the first car I've had with electric windows all round and electric adjustable door mirrors. So it's a really well equipped car for a mid-spec car. And only things that's really missing, as I've mentioned, is like sat nav, leather seats. Again, it's manual gearbox, 5 speeds rather than 6 that more modern cars tend to have, but it's not a complaint. I'm used to it. It's still got a handbrake, whereas a lot have gone electronic, and I'm just happy I've still got a handbrake, actual handbrake as well. It does got the automatic stop start, which I do have to keep switching off when I get into the car. Parking sensors, and if I show you one here, a rear light parking camera as well. So yeah, it has really well equipped car for like such a small car. So yeah, it's nothing I can complain about. Bit of glasses case as well up there. Just taking you around towards the back. Yeah, and Josh is there again. Hello. Yeah, hello again. And yeah, it's just a really nice little car. So yeah, I say I don't know as much about this compared with my Focus, so I think I've pretty much covered everything off there. Towards me. So I hope you've enjoyed that video. And yeah, this is like that, as I said, my daily car that I use to get to work and just commuting around and about. So just yep, I'm just continuing to use this, and I've not had any real issues. So right, so I'll end this there, and I shall see you next time. Take care. Bye.